For centuries, we thought we knew everything about the pyramids. But what if I told you we've barely scratched the surface? Brand new evidence suggests these ancient structures are hiding something far more terrifying than we ever imagined. Something buried over a mile beneath the surface. And if what scientists believe is true, this could change everything. To understand why this discovery is so shocking, you first need to know why the pyramids were built. Ancient Egyptians believed in an afterlife called the Field of Reeds, a paradise that was a perfect version of Egypt. But getting there wasn't easy. To secure their place, pharaohs had to be mummified, their tombs had to be sealed, and their souls had to be fully prepared for an eternal journey. If their bodies decayed, or their tombs were disturbed, their souls could be lost forever. That's why these pyramids weren't just graves, they were launch pads for immortality, packed with gold, weapons, food, and even servants. Some real, some statues meant to serve for eternity. But despite all their efforts, it didn't work. We found their tombs, we found their bodies, and their gods never came. But here's where things get crazy. In 2023, a team of Italian and Scottish researchers used advanced radar technology to scan the Giza Plateau. What they found, absolutely mind-blowing. Beneath the pyramids, they allegedly detected 8 massive cylinders with strange coil-like structures wrapping around them. And these aren't just small chambers. These things go over a mile deep underground. To put that into perspective, that's the height of 7 stacked Statue of Liberties, all buried beneath the pyramids. But that's not even the craziest part. At the bottom of these shafts, they found 2 gigantic cube-shaped chambers, each the size of a soccer field. And surrounding those chambers, a vast network of tunnels and voids, completely undocumented, unexplored, and possibly untouched for thousands of years. But the biggest question is, why? Some believe these underground structures were ancient energy generators, echoing theories once proposed by Nikola Tesla. The idea? The pyramids weren't just tombs, they were massive power plants. Others suggest they were stabilizing structures designed to support the 6 million ton pyramids above them. And then, of course, there are the wild theories. Some claim these tunnels lead to an ancient lost library, filled with forbidden knowledge from a civilization that predates Egypt itself. Others think it's proof of extraterrestrial involvement. But here's the problem. Scientists are divided. Some say the radar technology used can't even scan that deep. Others argue that the only way to prove it is through targeted excavations. But no matter what's really beneath the pyramids, one thing is clear. The ancient Egyptians went to extreme lengths to cheat death. And thousands of years later, we're doing the same thing. From cryogenic freezing to anti-aging science to biohacking, humanity is still scrambling for ways to extend life. But despite all these efforts, no one has ever proven a way to escape death. Well, except for one person. Unlike pharaohs, he didn't need a tomb filled with gold. He didn't need an army of servants or layers of stone to protect him. In fact, the only thing he left behind was an empty tomb. For centuries, kings and emperors have tried to defy death, and they've all failed. But one man made a claim and backed it up, and that man was Jesus. According to early historical sources, Jesus didn't just talk about eternal life, he proved it. Unlike the pharaohs, his tomb was never meant to preserve him, because he didn't stay in it. Historians, regardless of their religious beliefs, agree on several key facts about Jesus' resurrection. Jesus was crucified and buried. Shortly after, his followers claimed to have seen him alive again. And they weren't just hallucinating. These men were so convinced of what they saw that they willingly faced imprisonment and death rather than deny it. Unlike the pyramids, built to desperately hold on to life, Jesus' resurrection offered life freely. And that's the key difference. Immortality isn't something we achieve. It's something that was secured for us. So the real question isn't what's buried under the pyramids. The real question is, what do we do with the evidence that's right in front of us?